Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Could you have the clerk report House Floor Amendment 1, please?
Clerk, please report.
House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 611.
Gentleman from Jackson.
Thank you. This floor amendment addresses some of the issues that's been brought to us from the County Attorneys Association and some various DPPs throughout the state. As the gentleman from Jefferson 28 mentioned, truancy, if you ask any principal, teacher, superintendent, DPP, anybody in the school system, truancy is one of our biggest issues that we're dealing with right now since COVID. What this amendment will do, this amendment will split these categories into two. So for example, if you have a student in kindergarten through 5th grade who has 15 unexcused days, then we, or the DPP, will refer to that student to the county attorney as soon as that happens. If a student is in grades 6 through 12, then the county attorney or the DPP, they have the authority to go through the court-designated worker, and if they want to use the fair team or diversion, they may do so. Every district is different in the state of Kentucky. Some districts are doing a really good job with truancy. Some districts are not. I really appreciate the gentleman from Jefferson for trying to tackle this problem. And I will tell you right now, this is not a perfect bill. This is a start. This is, I promise you we will come back next year and try to tweak this and add more teeth to this bill, because truancy is that important. Students being in the classroom is that important, and we've got to do everything we can to hold who is responsible for that accountable. And we believe that if you're in kindergarten through 5th grade, that person responsible for that is the parents. So this amendment will allow court-designated workers, DPPs, to go after the parents of any kindergarten through 5th grade student. Probably the best part of the amendment that I like is if a student and a DPP and a court-designated worker and the judge or the county attorney decide to use diversion or the fair team, it extends that time from a 6-month period to 12 months. In years past, what happens is if a student goes diversion or through diversion, after that 6-month period is over with, that student goes right back to square one and we start over again. What happens now is this amendment will allow this diversion process to last for 12 months. So that's going to allow us to hold these kids accountable and these parents accountable for an extra 6 months. Another good part of this amendment is if this student in the diversion process misses 4 days, and that's 4 unexcused. Now, we're not talking about doctor's excuses. We're not talking about parent notes. We're not talking about educational field trips. We're talking about 4 days to where the parent can't come up with an excuse for that student not to be in school. So once they get to that 4 days, it goes right back to the county attorney, and the county attorney has to do something then. So I really like this bill. It's not perfect. I think it needs to be more, but it is a great start, and I really appreciate the gentleman from 28 for trying to tackle this issue. So if there's no questions, I move adoption of House Floor Amendment 1.